Hello everybody, Ross Fletcher here with your CenturyLink scouting report and the first Cascadia Cup clash of the season. Portland Timbers rolling into town. A much changed Timbers side under new coach Caleb Porter, the hiring from college football at Akron. He's brought a whole new set of players in, but so far they haven't quite clicked. They've had 2 home games, they've drawn 1 and lost the other. Here are 3 of their players to watch. Mikel Silvestre, the 35-year-old central defender, is best remembered for the decade he spent at Manchester United, where he won 5 Premier League titles and the European Champions League. He had a short pre-season trial with the Sounders before his discovery rights were traded to Portland. Diego Valeri, the Argentinian playmaker, was electric on his MLS debut 2 weeks ago, scoring a beautifully crafted goal against New York and creating a host of other chances for his teammates. The 26-year-old central midfielder is also a designated player who was signed on loan from his hometown club Lanús. He has playing experience in Europe and operates brilliantly with the ball at his feet. Darlington Nagbe has been reunited with Portland's new coach Caleb Porter, who developed Nagbe into the number 2 draft pick in 2011 while in charge at Akron. Operates as an attacking midfielder and he's looking to build on his 6-goal tally from 2012. Made this season's first MLS Team of the Week for an all-action display against the Red Bulls. So let's break down the new-look Portland Timbers team. They've got some of the old traits though. We'll talk about their defensive frailties in a moment. But first, the brilliance of Diego Valeri and what he brings to that side through the middle of the park. Let's go back to the opening day against New York and see his genius in action. Now this is a move that Diego Valeri starts and finishes himself. Here he is picking the ball up in the lime green boots, already looking up, getting his head up with good vision for Ryan Johnson. What you'll notice though is he continues his run. He wants to be on the end of things. What'll happen here is he's always looking for the ball. Movement is great. He sees the quick one-touch football and that is an absolutely sublime finish. Not many players in Major League Soccer could have the touch in close quarters as Diego Valeri. He has the vision and ability to start a move and finish it. Just look at that. The technique there is wonderful, right out of the top drawer. And that is the difference he can bring this season to Portland Timbers. Let's move it on now to the ability that the Timbers have on the counter-attack. It's something Montreal exposed really well against Seattle in the opening game of the season. And here's Valeri again, picking the ball up from a New York corner. Great, powerful, surging run, but it's that vision and that siding pass which really opens up the opportunity for Portland and Ryan Johnson getting in a very good chance on goal. The burst of speed from Valeri, look, always with his head up, the sign of a really good creative player, and that cut ball back to Nagbe opens up the possibility of the chance. He really is a guy who can ignite a team at a moment's notice. So while Portland have a new star in the making moving forwards, at the back they tried to solidify with Mikel Silvestre. Huge experience, but a nightmare debut, and his first game against New York just goes to show he's got a long way to learn how to play on the artificial turf. There were a couple of high-profile errors. Watch Silvestre here, number 27 in the red boots. Out he comes to deal with a Spindler, but look up now. What's he doing with a goalkeeper? Really poor communication. His head was turned away from Donovan Ricketts. He wasn't aware where his keeper was, and that made it an easy chance for Fabiana Spindler, and a nightmare start for Mikel Silvestre's Portland career. I want you to watch Silvestre here and his head movement. He doesn't look at the keeper when he makes the pass. Really important here, number 27. Look, there he goes, turns away, lack of communication with the goalkeeper. That's a poor goal to concede. A little later, how he doesn't deal with the turf. Watch the bounce here and watch his control. Not used to how that ball springs up. He will get better at that, but for the moment, he has a lot to learn. He, of course, will be playing on the turf in Seattle for the first time, and that might cause him problems. Silvestre, of course, has proven he's a quality player over the years, but he'll need to marshal and organise the Portland defence, and also the team defending has to be better, as will exemplify in the recent defeat against Montreal. Now, Caleb Porter's playing a more possession-orientated style. He wants the fullbacks to push forward, but they have to work better and harder when they lose possession, and this is a real case in point. What I want you to concentrate on here in this movement first is Michael Harrington, the left back, gives it, and goes, trying to get up the field. But what happens? Will Johnson gives it away, and then the recovery will stop it here. Michael Harrington, the left back, should be steaming back to help his midfielders and fellow defenders to recover possession and snuff out the chance. But look how he runs back. He's jogging, barely. What happens? A piercing ball into his area at left back, the cutback from Romero. Nobody is picking up Felipe. Will Johnson, who gave the ball away, is at least a yard off his man, and it's too simple for Montreal. Not enough cohesive defensive effort from Portland when they lose possession. Let's see it again. And just before this pass, let's stop it here because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Montreal players all ahead of the midfield and just 2 defenders to try and stop the attack. This time, I want you to take a look at Will Johnson and how he tracks his man as the play goes on with Portland outnumbered. Will Johnson here should be picking up Felipe as he goes out of the picture. In comes the cross. Where is he? Not tracking his man, and Portland need to do a better job. That's one of the reasons why they've conceded 5 goals in their first 2 games. So if you want to watch the Sounders against Portland, it should be an absolute belter. This Saturday, 5 p.m. kickoff at CenturyLink Field. The game is on NBC Sports Network. Myself and Casey Keller will have the call on Cairo Radio. We'll see you then. I'm Ross Fletcher, and that was your CenturyLink Scouting Report.
Me preguntaron si podría hacer un anuncio y pensé que era porque yo juego para los Seattle Sounders. No puedo, porque mi inglés no es muy bueno. That's true. Entonces me dijeron que el anuncio era de padres, niños y familias. Eso es muy importante para mí y le dije que yo hago lo que puedo hacer. No importa cuál idioma tú hablas, hay un idioma universal que nuestros niños comprenden y necesitan. Y es el amor y el cariño de los padres. Be a good parent and stay involved in your child's life.